Give me the beat. evening. Welcome back for those coming back and those on replays. Hey, we hope you're safe. Tonight, we're on our way to Final Fantasy XIV. Like we said, they're up and running. We are at the 7.55 patch. That's right. So, what have they gotten done for us? Well, they've gone and updated the Occult present, like I suspected they were going to, and they've also given us a touring quest to do with the societies. So we're going to get into that, toot sweet and in a hurry. That's too bad. We're into it. I know. Starfield will continue next Friday, Saturday. As per usual, it's our days. We have Zeli Holly. This is the Turing Taral. Tired but fulfilled expression on her face. As our special advisor, he knows that business is booming at the Turali Travel Agency. Scarcely have time to rest my feathers, in fact. What about you? How goes your adventuring profession? Oh, I'm in the middle of a grand quest as we speak. Touch fatigued? It could be worse. Glad to hear you keeping busy, always. As the agency's reputation grows, we find ourselves more and more customers on distant lands. It's been quite challenging catering experiences for each of them. That reminds me, Wakasi said he wished to discuss a certain matter with you. If you have a moment, please stop by the eatery. He and Lipu must want you to be part of his new plan they're cooking up. Go and meet our newest arrivals. Always a pleasure to see you. Excellente. Interesting outfit. At Doc Paga. Which we can just run through here and fly to. So let's save the 450 and go, go, go. Some people would take the teleport, some people would take the teleport. I'm not. We're just gonna roll it. Hello, Sneezy. I know. Head down here to Doc Paga. It's been a while since this place. It has, but it's been worth it. There we go. It's a lovely enough icon to aim for. Turn the sides of the river into a lovely tourist place. Have some fun. What a crazy is there? I don't know. We're starting another bunch of things here and there, but this will be this. Next major patch on the books is going to be the 7.6 patch. It will be. And that'll basically come with more MSQ story, so no spoiler, well, maybe a little spoilery, but not major spoilery. Story spoilery, if you know what I mean. Of course, we should invite them too. Excellent. You have to have completed all three of them up to the same level of really valid high. Now, it might be best you start prepping the ingredients. Can you manage? May end up quite a guest list. More the merrier. Speaking of which, our guest of honor graces us with his presence. That's what the beard would look like if it was done in that color. And keeping busy? Always. Why, hello. What brings you to this travel agency today? Well, I ran into one individual whose name's just slipped my mind. Trying to remember everybody's name. Spectacular sometime. See, well, fortunate you ran into Zeli Holly. Certain matter we'd like to discuss with you. Customers, fellow merchants about reach of this in Uropacha and Mamuk. Both settlements revitalized by ambitious new ventures. Yes. Apparently, these endeavors flourish thanks in part to the tireless contributions of a lone traveler. Not quite the lone wanderer yet, whose many skills help pave the way from shaky beginnings to steadfast success. More and more I heard these stories, the more I became certain who this lone traveler was. I believe he stands before me now, in fact. Oh, yeah. I've been busy. I admit. I knew it. I could imagine no one else as I heard the traveler's many selfless feats. I'm glad to know it was you. I'm certain you're the right man for the little task I need help with. Do you mind delivering 2 missives for me? I was hoping to reach out and charge these new ventures, Zeroth, Open Armed, and Gokgoma, if I remember correctly. Looking to expand the offerings of the Turali Travel Agency. Not yet, not yet. Before such considerations, I feel there's something we must all do together. First, my inner Akist is telling me there's no better time to grasp this opportunity than now. A little proposal, joint venture is all. For now, we keep the details close to the chest. Sorry for the secrecy, but I believe me when I know it'll benefit all those involved. I think you're holding the party in my honor, to be honest. And you're going to get everyone else basically all friendly and then work together afterwards. If I was to guess. Ching. It's on the money. Suppose it only makes sense to visit closer destinations. Ziggurat Open Armed. You're taking care of that. How will be about our own preparations. Farewell for now. Wildflower in the shelter. All right. And if we remember our connections correctly, then heading with a flying mount, which we should have by now, hooray, up and over, we should come out at Urapacha up here. Then we can fly literally up the side of the mountain, straight to the settlement. Or we can pay the $450 to get there. Mamuk's a little bit trickier. Mamuk's a bit trickier? Yeah, Mamuk's a bit trickier. Because we'd either have to zip back to Taral and take the airship or go straight there. I don't know which is closer. And thus, which one would basically say, hey, we're not going to charge you as much. Out to basically keep as much coin as you can. That's how you be rich. One of the greatest points about being rich in any game is basically not spending the coin. Repair costs, this costs, that costs, they're all there to basically drag down the amount of coin you get. Right? Your travel costs are, your repairing your stuff's cost is, all of that. We're right here. Of course we're right here. Ah, it's good to see you. Have you come to lend a hand again? Actually, I have a letter to deliver. From Lipu. Apello Pello. Turali Travel Agency? Let me see. Ah, have you had a chance to read this letter? Well, no, it's a letter to you. I thought so. And I shall keep the surprise ahem. I meant that it may come as a surprise that Lipu considers you her special advisor, no? And I suppose there's no need for you to read the letter after all. Certainly not. If there was a cat in the bag, it's already across the street and down 3 roads. In any case, I shall read the rest of the letter together with Vuyagar. In the meantime, you should speak with Bro Kratereth. It's asked daily when you'll come and play with them. They've always joyed to see you. Alright. Speak with them, and I have to speak with you to go through to there. I like the new little arrow that's been on these for a while that basically says, hey. These are those. There he is. Nupley. Look, the crafty one has come. Phelan has come. Indeed he has. Here to play with the spirits. Joy reflects my own. It's always an honor to meet with a hero of your pedigree. The hands can always use the aid of one such as you. I'm not sure what I said, but apparently it was important. Probably recapping a letter and a meeting in this. You're here to deliver a letter from the Tyrrell Travel Agency? They've become the talk of Tyrrell of late. You say you're their special advisor? You do get around, don't you? Yet you have not read the letter yourself. Curious. Given the agency's purpose, they intend Yakoi to attract more sightseers to this place? If that were the case, surely they would come themselves. I recall the concern is managed by the self-selling siblings who oversaw the alpaca wool bedding emporium. I know they prefer face-to-face business dealings. That being said, the lion's share of the restoration work finished, and many artisans are eager to start the next project. Such a proposal could provide the opportunity to breathe life into even more life into Urapacha. We know not what business and project mean. Are you saying more little people like you will come? Not soon to say. If that were the case, however, we'd greet them happily. We would. More people means more friends to play with. Together we can remember all the friends who came before. Oh, even the spirits have taken to the Yokoe of thinking. Nothing could make me happier. Further, we play, more snow will fall, the frost blooms will blossom, and everyone will smile. Para here will smile too, yes? Oh, certainly. Remember not to freeze everyone solid. We knew it. Can we play now, crafty one? Don't think you can refuse, nor do you wish to. We have pressing matters to attend ourselves. It'd be impossible to deny Roko Tereth. To be honest, the two of us have been hard-pressed to keep up with spirits during their games. You on our side, perhaps the odds will even out. Let's talk, more playing. Very Fey-coded, is not? It is. Even great Titania said, let's play. Is it a straight cutscene, or is it just going to cut out? Not bleep out of breath going, So much fun. Thank you, crafty one. Positively drenched. As long as you're satisfied, I'm glad to risk a little frostbite. Well played, everyone. Snowball fight, probably. After that, perhaps some time to warm up and rest would be well advised. Sure to read the fellow, so why don't you return to the shelter? Come back again, crafty one. We will be waiting. Spirits such as them. Oh, straight out. Tell by the snow on your clothes, you indulge the spirit's playful whims. Hope that you look forward to visiting us as much as we look forward to welcoming you. I believe I've kept you waiting long enough. Are you curious about the letter, yes? What are her plans for the future? Sounds marvelous, but could you please tell her I would be honored, or so could you please tell her I'd be honored to be part of it? Reading comprehension for everything. Oh, is there a train going? It looks like it. Unfortunately, I'm unable to share any more than that. Well, your curiosity must be eating away. Rest assured, everything will be clear soon enough. Judging by what I read, your next destination is Gogoma in Mamuk. Your travels be swift. Well, I must be a professional for Liplu's endeavor. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Yeah, I know a party when I see one coming. Okay, that's 900 bucks. Corral's 400. Could you get there from here? I could go to Winapachu, get here, and then run over there. So we could do it for 0. Not there. Bridgeable landing there. We don't even have to do the whole balloon ride. We can just go straight here. And turn to the south. And get through these trees without hitting branches, please. Oh, some fun to be had. Heartland below and skies above. A little to the left, down we go. Dive through the trees here. And branches are branches, and we have to get below them. Otherwise, we won't be able to see where we're going. I'm almost surprised that inhabitants of the Mook do not glow with such iridescence. They were getting along. It was more prosperous than ever, I'd say. Joined the Tulrali Agricultural Association and gained more and more customers from outside of the Mook. We even arranged in a trial partnership for our crops, used at a taco shop and tea. I went to Tulal to Diverlum, and I heard relatives of mine were returning to Mook for a visit. They're eager to see what change has come to the city. Apparently bringing along their younglings, so we're arranging them to have ride on a branch bearer. Bird's eye view of the granary is sure to leave a positive impression. About what new around here, how things have been with you? Well, we has a letter to deliver for you. No need to tell us the contents, we deduced them and well enough. Better, let me have. The Turali Travel Agency? I've heard people talk of it in the capital. Wait, you're their special advisor? You do have friends everywhere, don't you? What else is in this letter? Let's see. I think Agner should read this as well. While we're at it, why don't you pay a visit to the kitchen? Oh, is that helping Bull steal? What's his names? Ugh. It's going to be worse when it gets to Evercold. I swear they're going to use a lot more Norsic names. The Scandinavian varieties. It's just which will they be taking? Sweden, Norway, or Finland? Right? I don't think Denmark is on the list, but it might. Speaking of Danishes. Well, Josh should be around too. Glad to see you. As we read the letter, I'll meet you at the kitchen. Until then. Hello, you three. Yes, isn't that? Yep, the commonest at the time. Old Boshar has been stuck with inspiration. Cooked us up a delicious new dish. There are a few former Mamuk residents returning to Tulal, or from Tuliola. Since the opportunity to use my cooking to show them how much their old home has changed, the culinary wheels began to turn. Besides, while Tico Silvas has earned a reputation among the visitors, mustn't rest on our laurels as artisans. True. Rovja and the others have poured sweat and tears into the granary. Our relations with the Zoral Brave have at last started to improve. Ra other hunters can visit without fear of menacing stares or harsh words. Excellent. The book has changed. Entirely of Yaktel has changed for better. Of course, not everyone knows this, and it's our job to spread good tidings. For Volja, our crops are proving popular amongst those outside these canopies. People are still wary to set foot within Yaktel, though. Fair enough. Mook has a reputation as an inhospitable place for so long that so many treat it as fact. Even I refused to believe it until it changed until I saw it with my own eyes. But your food will get people thinking differently. They won't hear just about the change, they'll taste it. Gladly volunteer for any flavor testing you might need. As would any of a good chef. As would any of a good chef. I would have you sample my work as well. Newest creations is called a muxtel, meaning forest radiant. In our tongue. Deep fried, the shining nanul peels and place them on top of a hearty soup. Is that banana peels in this? Interesting. Soup with Crispies on top. Oh, and our aura from the Charlia. Apologies, wait. I must say your friend Lupu certainly has some interesting ideas. After discussing it with Angir, we decided we will help bring them to fruition. Begin preparations at once, but we wanted to confirm that this event being held at Urapacha. Oh? Oh, you don't know. If you weren't there, then... Kick in the pants. Vilja, perhaps we leave this matter be for now. Ding! He's about as quick as a pencil. Time being, you tell Lepu that we'd happily take part in her plan. Very well. Hope we'll be seeing you soon. I could talk cooking with you until the sun sets and rises again. It's a hell of a night. Rarely believe the stories of the meals you've eaten. Please, you have to tell us more about the world's food next time. What was I saying before? That we'll handle that ourselves? Give Lupu our regards, Thanon. The airship. Climb, climb! Into the trees and through the leaves, into the skies up high. Starry night. And, of course, the astrologian green stars. You know, a thought occurs to me since I saw the piece Forever Cold. I know there's no such thing. Well, there's a red marker and a violet, pinkish one, clear white, pale blue, vibrant green. We have a give me a second. The dirigible landing. Astral draw. Action changes to the arrow with the bowl. Spire and Ural. Balance and spear. My head has something running through it about... It does? It does. Surprised I didn't see this before. Ewer is for water. Spire is lightning. Arrow is wind. The bowl is tree or life. I think the balance is scales. The spear is Halone. Balance. Who holds the balance? Fire. Isn't it? Balance is... Sun. Okay. Arrow, the Wanderer's Arrow. Spire. Lightning. Lord of Crowns. Lady of Crowns. What do you have in your head? I don't know what's in my head at the moment. Tree, life. Tree. The bowl is the umbral draw effect as well, isn't it? It is. Astral. The stasis umbral is that. I don't know where my mind's going with this now. I have a funny feeling, though. Our astrologian, its cards they draw have a funny pact what the different worlds are going to be. You think? Well, Spire is lightning. Sun, light, first. Life, umbral life, the 13th. Long shot, perhaps? How's everyone? They have positive things to say about my letter? They all kind of let loose what you're basically planning. They did. That's a huge relief. Not that I doubted you for a moment, but their readiness to agree to my proposal shows how you worked for their benefit. Like, they nearly let it loose. This is a giant party thing you're coming up with for me. Now secure, but how are your friends been faring since becoming established? Well, I hope. Oh, there's been many new changes for everyone. That's good to hear. They've reached a milestone with your help, but wear it all to forge a future with their own hand. Much like we're doing here, the news is heartening indeed. Now that everything is settled, the true work begins. Da-da-da-da-da-da. I always like to get these. Tradewind's tunic, wrist gloves, gaxskins, Tradewind's this, and geographic guesswork. What does this look like? Oops. Do a save delete outfit. It's not a bad adventurer style outfit. When we deliver those letters, apologies for sending you hither and thither or such a minor task. No doubt your feet ache and your back cries out for respite. I've had a single step further, my legs might fall off. Shoulder and steps have hardly been so sore. I've had longer treks. Definitely this. As expected from an adventure of your caliber, positively indeflatable. Deflatable. you know, Energizer Bunny. Still, you did walk quite the distance. I drove. So I encourage you to take some time off and rest at our guest lodgings. Come to think of it, despite the trials and tribulations you've endured for our sake, I don't believe I've offered you a chance to stay with us. So how about it? Yeah, why not? What's a night? Good. Anticipate you might agree to my suggestions. The chambers are prepared as we speak. Once they're ready, I'll have Genu Hanu let you know. It shouldn't be long, but please make yourself at home in the meantime. Ah. Yeah, no. Because it's like, what other worlds are out there? And it's like, okay, that's the 9th. We know this is the 4th. Spear for ice. That's just Haloni. 4th. Llama! Llamas. In pajamas. Oh, is that you? It's not like I'm particularly hiding who I am. Hello, you two. I thought so. It's been so long, I'm not sure you remember me. It's Forgen, the Potsworn. It's hard to remember everyone's name, I will admit that. I would have lost many people's. And pleasure to meet, happy greet all of you here of all places. Have you come for crafty tasks? Partly for rest. Lodging here? Good for you. You always seem busy. It's heartening to know you have time to recuperate. On a delivery, Forantain's crafty goods have proven popular of late. Nice. Fortunately for me, customers have even made the journey all the way to Earthenshire to push them. They'll bless anyone who goes so much trouble for my work. You play a small part in guiding me upon this path. For that I thank you. Slowly but surely, I have overcome the impulse to compare myself to others. I'm simply content know my crafts bring joy to so many. Seeds of that change were planted that day I met you and Wook. Ever since that day, I've become more certain coming to Tural was the right choice. Not succeed. Let success make you lazy. The life of an artisan is one of constant improvement. When you're inspired with new ideas, quick tell Radok at once. That way you always have what you need for your crafty work. Since our business here is finished, about time we return to Earthenshire. Rest well, we may meet again. And the lodgings are ready. Genu Hanu. Already welcome to our special advisor. If you're ready to see your room, please allow me to guide you. I must admit, attending to one such as you is quite the emotional experience. We owe you so much, and we are not the only ones. Recently had a customer missing from distant Alexandria. Apparently they had taken part in some martial competition there. Oh, hello. Who's from there? Martial competition told us about various troubles that recently befallen their nation. You and your companions saw him through those dark times. When I heard he was risking life and limb for others, I was worried, but I was also in awe. You fly freely and nobly as a... I kicks that I eat. And the least we could do is offer you a place of respite from your trials. It is an honor, in fact. There I go, rambling again. Please let me show you to your room. You're the fine manatee. Please make yourself at home. Is there anything you need? Anything at all? You only need to ask. Before I go, Lupa said Wakazi wished to speak with you. Do you have a moment? Could you beat the easy read later? Then please enjoy your stay. Recoup of how they've all changed. Guest quarters, the small, large, and ridiculous. Oh, this is a surprise. Come to visit old friends? If I remember the names. Let's This is Trolley Farm's first customer. There's a magic power, too. Glad you remember. And I suppose you also remember how much trouble we went through to ensure that Rasselmack had an unforgettable experience. Finally found time to relax. I'm quite fond of this place myself. Since my first tour, I've arranged several more devoted entirely to fishing. Kate brought us together, something I wanted to tell you ever since our last meeting. Notice how you affect your actions had on Tyrrell. Long-standing issues, once ripe to the nation, now seem manageable. Really? Change set in motion more than 80 years ago when Gula Jaja stemmed the conflicts plaguing the continent, founded Tuoriola. His land's guard made the roads safe. People could move more freely than ever before. Or the Pelo Pelo given mercantile reins, wares of all sorts flowed across Tyrrell. Even so, various people remained in their ancestral lands following their established customs. The capital remained fundamentally separate. Had no intention of changing that. He understood that it would take time for a single nation to coalesce. He entrusted the next generation to see it realized. Succession of the new Dawn servants, that new generation has come. The travel agency is but one of many enterprises reshaping our home. I heard you aided with some few of them, in fact. People have more chances to explore unfamiliar lands, more chances for mutual exchange. The better we come to know our neighbors, the we will learn to come together as a nation, step forth into a brighter future. I was only adventuring as adventurers do. I see. You're only doing what comes naturally, lending a helping hand to those in need. I think actions come so naturally to you would help revitalize a whole nation, and the people who live within it. Such selflessness is truly moving. I got paid, mostly. I'm not saying it was well, but I got paid. Adventuring is a gig economy, after all. Gratefully for your journeys across Tyrrell, lending your strength to those you met. Wings of Reflection shall do your utmost to ride these Feyrolas as far as we can. I believe I've taken enough of your time. Rest well. Sometimes it's not going out and intentionally doing things, but the little things that can help take the pressure off of others. Reflect on the countless adventures that brought you to this moment. Because I've got all the gold and blue quests done, this is quite the reflection that needed doing. Lengthy reverie. Paul Picasso wishes to speak with you. Perhaps he's still about the eatery. Doot. Yes, I had to bring up my Occult, because the Occult North is available now too, so I had to make sure I brought that up. You having a new job? Yeah. You believe if I said it was a blue mage? Ooh, there goes a pupper. Greetings. Hope you were able to take your mind off things a bit. Hey, your face says, "Oh, here, cooked something a little for you." Hey, put my heart and soul into it. Let's hurry to your destination before it gets cold. Excuse me. Didn't expect to be sent off so soon, did you? Was waiting for you at the retreat near Apache. Some hot springs run by another Panapalo, as far as I understand. One thing before you go. I won't say it. And the third promise and all the kidnapping whatnot, when things weren't looking too bright after we ran into you. Yeah. Of course, you were only doing right by your allies, but we've never taken such a beating as you gave, nor been hounded so relentlessly afterwards. Scared to death when I saw you again, uncertain my final day had come. Instead, my day's been full of making food I love and watching customers enjoy it. My old crew and I are even earning an honest wage. Not bad for a former bunch of ne'er-do-wells. Well, you didn't do it too well in the first place. Past crimes forgiven, our apologies taken at face value. All the by the grace of you and Lippo, we owe debt of gratitude we can never repay. Still, maybe this meal will go some small way towards the evening scales. Now, best be off to Urapachu. Said like that's a close place to go. Oh, they got me going over there. Okay. And the quickest way is to actually go see a llama. See a llama? Yeah, see a llama. That goes to Urapachu, but it goes to Upper Urapachu. I don't want to go to Upper Urapachu. I want to go to Lower Urapachu. That goes to the hotel, and this one goes to the lower one. So I have to talk to the llama people. Need to ride a llama. Much to Wook's chagrin. I don't like them. They spit on me. 45. Not too far from the door, that's why it's okay. The handler will be more than on the way. Yes, we've been to this hot springs before for mischief. Galichu! Galichu! How is everyone here? Agnia, Roval, Bafarin, Momurfa, Nopli, Lipu. There you are, we've been waiting for you. Did you bring the food Wakasa made? Yeah, but hefty packed meal. Think of this. Now, shall we begin? Half of those who work towards the betterment Yata, I'd like to welcome our guest of honor, you. Hooray! This is my shocked face. Beverly Fry, keeping so secretive. I was worried you might shy away from attending this party. If you knew what we're about. Come on, I knew from the very first moment. My, how perceptive, though I shouldn't be surprised. Thank you then for playing along with this little game. Originally, we had planned to hold the event at the travel agency, but as we heard more and more about your exploits around Tyrol, we began to envision something greater. An event that would bring together everyone you've helped. Wanting to thank you for everything you've done, so Lippu's invitation provided a perfect opportunity. This was made almost too much food for us to carry. We brought Kalkir, the snow spirit's favorite liberation, amongst other traditional Yokwai fare. Hope everyone eats and drinks their fill. And the other spirits who express interest in coming, perhaps their whims will guide them here at some point. Around, the people of Asutal are here because of you. Show your gratitude to a dear friend. Even so, a small matter weighs heavily on the hearts of all present. While you were highly valued contribute to our project, we scarcely knew anything about you, admittedly. The challenge we faced left us with little time for leisure, so even so, people speak of your exploits in Tyrol quite often. Each with a new story I learn more and more of who you are. It made me realize how little we actually know of your life, and it made me feel somewhat sad. More than advisor, helper, or artisan, I'd like to know you as a person. Kicked your brother off his butt back in Eorzea because he was being a pain in the toot. Feel that way, and be sure, if it isn't so much trouble, we'd like to tell us about both your life in Tyrol and without. Well, that's a long story, and I think we have the time to tell it. Why don't you change into something less dusty from travel? This is a party, after all. We'd like you to relax. Why not match the festive flu equally festive? This battle will not be required for you during this quest. Well, I don't know. Is the unplayable to supply the glamour plates? Oh well, then so be it. You wearing that to the party? Always do. You wear battle armor to parties? Certain cup of wine and said yes. Right? Ever since certain cup of wine, yes. Always full battle armor. That looks so small in his hand. Like someone doing shots versus everyone else taking mugs. Fruits and this. Brings it Boss Lake. Uh-oh. The water's a little warm. Don't want to freeze it. Aww. Snow Spirit. We don't get to freeze the water. Well, I've handled griffins before. Oh, you have this one, do you? Off you go. Bit of a Scooby-Doo piece on it. What can we say? Oh, that was well enough. I don't think that griffin will basically deal with that again. That was embarrassing. They're out cold. Definitely drunk too much. You're still on a barrel. Poo. Hero's Day Off. Objective fulfilled. Let's see what they all have to say. Again, feels all this. Stories gave me a pure literature as a whole. Lip who even arranged for me fields of reeds. So one day will prove more research than I imagined. Food you brought was delicious. This walk has gone. Come on, fight this guy to the here. I think my mouth waters to think what he and both might come together if they put their heads together. You good chefs usually do. Hello Eater gave me quite fright. Mufur ensured the party could continue unabated. He looks pleased with himself, doesn't he? Party is your honor. It was only right I stopped that hungry beast. Skill as a bodyguard has improved, has it not? I have your guidance to thank for that too. I would Rokura to be so curious about the hot springs. I think he'll try to enter the scalding waters, a sight I'll not soon forget. Grand time it was. Were you able to forget your worries, even for a moment? Our next party should be at the travel agency. Great idea. That way we'll cause it, and anyone couldn't make it this time can join. We can close the travel agency for a day and have a proper celebration. We'll invite everyone again. Wookie Vu, Issa, Malbu would even love to come. Mablu, yeah. I'm sure she would too, actually. Yes, let's do it sooner rather than later. I'm sure the others would like to speak to their guests of honor. Why not indulge them? Each one has a questable item to say. Let's listen to your fantastic tales. Even after hearing you, I have trouble imagining. One day I hope to see those space carrots with my own eyes. Your journey gives us motivation to make greenery even better. A year it took to go Goma in the future far-flung locale, and your next adventure takes you. Doubt it, but we'll try. Outside orders increasing, maybe it's time to dream bigger and be more ambitious. We'll make the people of Mumuk proud. Not to mention, Fire and I came up with an interesting idea. We'll see what Lipu thinks, so hope to stick around to hear her thoughts. I remember last time I stopped worrying about my duties, simply live for the moment, not Sir Dartorga's passing, I think. Yet when I saw joy writ so plain on his face, I realized I knew the work was worth it. Ziggurat, open arm now restored, time's come to look to the future, take its preparation, decide how we wish to live our lives. I hope that means more business opportunities for us. I shall leave counting a coin to Master Nopley, but if I ever require protection for any reason, I'm always willing to lend my arm. Glad for the offer. Speaking of which, we had a proposal to share with Lipu before departing. I'm glad we had a chance to speak with you, as well as everyone else gathered here. Hooray! This quest first, and then into the north. Risk of repeating myself, thank you again for coming here. Hardly gives us the chance to scratch the surface, doesn't it? For the time you've given us and all the help you've offered, we owe a debt I'm not likely to repay anytime soon. If you could, I wouldn't be a proper adventurer. Wouldn't have come nearly as far without you, that's for sure, and now brings us together, a discussion, given opportunities for new endeavors. After a bit of discussion, come to realize our goals align almost perfectly. Well, I want people to know the life in Warlow's Echo has changed, that snow spirits are no longer to be feared, but embraced, that together we wish to shed the settlement's reputation as an isolated mountain community. Share similar goals. We would like various people of Toral to remember each other, not as strangers with esoteric customs, but as trusted neighbors. To that end, we have a proposal for you, Lipu. Might we partner with a travel agency? We would like travelers from across the continent to see our respective homes as they are now. Sounds a wonderful plan. As Arthas, what are your thoughts? I think you anticipated. I think your inner abacus has already given you the answer. Yes, in fact, my inner abacus has been clacking away furiously. Of course, I'm always looking for new opportunities for expansion, but believe me when I say celebrating you has been the top priority from the start. I'll believe it. I have nothing. Of course I believe that. But a little on the side, this. While we Pelu use commerce to build bridges between people, you bring them together through high adventure. How many others could say the same? How many players are there in this game? Now, while I regret to say it, this little gathering must draw to a close. Don't be a stranger round Gokloma. No, I might be back in there, but come to check in on this and the other spirits. We'll make a special batch of the booze just for you. Surely you're thinking your next escapade as well. Give you a hero's farewell. May we meet again soon. May the road ahead of you be laden with good fortune. I would prefer it just to be fortunately good. Someone's like, isn't that the same thing? Close enough. Close enough. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. You. Alright, you're just a happy thing there was. Alright, 20 points, nothing fancy, but we did get a Learn the emote navigate, which... Where's the emotables? Emotable... Navigate. Which I find is funny. This was in the Dawn Trail, I don't think it was in the trailer, but it was in the, right? It was sort of in the game trailer for it. I was like, oh, it was too, where you basically pulled out a map to see which way you were going, checked it with a compass, and then charged out to basically fight off some monster. You were on the back of your chocobo when it was done. That, we head back down the mountain. Juliola. 50 will do. Pity there's no stone of travel here. A sprint then. A sprint. Hopefully the next town has these placed, I don't know, closer to the entrances. Whatchamacamicky? Because we have a messenger telling us there's something further that needs doing here at the Phantom Village. Bolt reunion. Messenger wishes to speak with you. $800. Honey, you should show up now. I was about to go over my expedition report. Well, it's happened. It's turned into quite a yarn, but perhaps you'd be willing to take a listen? Of course. Right, here goes. Plotting eastward course from High Tiber, Kenner and his Kryn set forward Shades Triangle. It's a recap. Cover the mysteries of the treacherous stretch of ocean. Days of sailing laid their eyes on this. So after we've actually had... See, these are what I mean. Technically, the side quests all take their places. Yet they all happen within the main quest, which means, like I said, we've got to be coming up on near 8 months of actual adventure, in-game adventure. Daring adventure, valued expedition member, a strange voice reminder, possible mysterious speaker, and the ship steering found now linked. Once ashore, crew entered fan structures. Odd fellow this. Archive, seemingly afflicted with the Toneberry curse. Henneman's plans, Archive rarely offered to his expertise, yet soon become apparent his expertise had been sealed away. Neither recalling his team hear what the adventurer saw and learned during his excursions. Of course. Mystery deepened when Iris, yeah, because I know we have, which sounds very, very familiar to a different person who also, I think, had a flower named Eos type thing. Someone like Shadowy's architect. Here I know are prompting questions, providing a few answers, seems content to observe the expedition from a distance. Plain new shore is this. Repository monuments from the 5th asteroid. Precious records, cult surrounded by magical wards, separating it from the outside. Similar magics believed to prevent the expeditions from leaving port. Across the island, 2 spires, Tower of the Blood south, Horn, Northern Front, Tower of Magic, while both considered key to unraveling our secrets, as the latter, the cult crescent's architect is thought to reside. Island-wide ward-keeping knowledge within the ropes, without mysterious entity capable of wielding such magics. What will transpire when their true identity is unveiled? Something along those lines. Did that all sound right to you? Pretty much. Thanks for listening, and plenty more to write about before the expedition ends. Can't help worry about the crew, though. When you go pay them a visit, no doubt you'll be needed back on the island sooner versus later. Yep. Excellent. Presume you might use the ethereal current like you usually do. Give old Ketterin my regards when you arrive. Aye. Off we do. Off we do. A rather dapper gentleman there. Well, what do you have, Linder C? Under no illusion. Linder C is something to discuss with you. Perfect timing, my meaning, to have a word with you. Guessing you remember Geralt's plan to combine modern methods, the ancient knowledge is uncovered. Sound like he needs to examine the phantom weapon of yours. Would you mind to oblige? Current quest cannot be abandoned by a journal. Should do so, speak with Lindersill. Definitely a summoner, definitely a summoner. Straight with you, I'm worried about your phantom weapon. Part of me hopes it's just the rum talking, but I need to take a gander either way. You can do that. Bijou girl. Go on, stow it away. Seen enough. Alright, what's got you buzzard? This is predicted, eh? Indeed. I'm afraid the weapon is in sense defective. Eh? I think the Isle's ether could deceive even my superlative perception. Potent force indeed. That it may be, but now we need to know the plan will work. Exactly. What plan? Hold on, I'm struggling to keep up. Of course you are. Fair enough. Perhaps you could all do it through a reminder. To remember what we've done to your phantom weapons so far. Yep. Blown over my head. Involve vast quantity ether, I gather. Believe you infuse it with the Isle's elusive energies. Just like those energies, your weapon's shifting intangibly phantom. Yeah. In short, ether's permeate science teeming with illusionary properties and highly potent to boot, which gives your weapon its frightening power. But, of course, that power needs stabilizer. Why we turned to an ancient method to keep the ether from dissipating. I thought it had done the trick, but apparently not. Perhaps there was a flaw in the process? It would appear so. While the Isle's ether has greatly elevated the weapon's capability, its volatile nature is limiting the potential of further enhancement. We were able to verify that such examining the... Well, you looked at the weapon, you figured it out. Cool. So you're saying there's more power to wring out of the thing, but we can't just get to it? Can't get to it yet. Are you going to be a common friend to hang out with Geralt? I do have that. It's, of course, this hints me grand plan. Counteract the physical energies, confusing the weapon. Feel its innate form, and at least it's true this. Alright, what do I have to gather and how much? Perfectly logical approach. But is such a thing... Approach? Mm-hmm. Where Smith is peerless to me, really praise... If you want the details, you'll have to congratulate me on a brilliant planning before I crack open another bum and forget half all about it. Taken aback. Neither of you are going to do it, huh? Ah, jeez. Fortunately, this should have a... this. Alright, so let's... select him and do a congratulate. Hooray! Ask it in your imagination's thirsty work. Might crack open the rum after all. Only joking. Truth is, I'm itching to get started. The rum has got you into all this trouble, my friend. Those phantasmal energies I mentioned bound to your weapon in a complex illusion, preventing it from truly shining. By stripping the illusion away and revealing the true essence of the weapon, we solve the problem. Stripping the illusion away. Like using a glamour dispeller to remove the projected appearance of arms and armor. Might be feasible with the right apparatus. Now you're talking. Best part, we already got the thing for the job. Ain't that right? A certain knife comes to mind. Exactly. When the archive cut into his catch with that rusty old knife, the glamour dispelling it, and the bleeding thing shrank. Key is that blade is the key. Tonberry's knife. Thankfully, the little fellow let me borrow it for a while. The blade's imbued with a unique dispelling magics. All told, it's quite a relic in its own right. And you reckon we can use it to cut through the illusion surrounding the phantom weapon? Aye, with Isles' vexing stuff, nothing short of the most potent dispelling magic will suffice. Which is why we'll need to enhance the blade first. Sound eminently logical with this. I don't think I trust the archive with a perfectly honed blade. What harm could the little fellow possibly do? Sounds like we ought to slice through those lingering doubts of yours while we're at it. Any road? That? We need to hone the blade to boost its dispelling properties. Don't mind what we use, as long as it's top quality kit. Blade sharpening supplies. Heard nothing but highest praise from Monarch Whetstones. They ought to sell them in Bayside Bevy. Ancestral alloy ingots, ascendant twine, majestic polish, likewise command a good reputation. The skilled artisans should be more than capable of crafting them. Though I'm sure they could also be purchased with sufficient gil. Seeing as the rest of us are stuck on this bastard rock falls, yes, hand the goods over when you're ready. Alright, we're off to fetch some stuff then. Monarch Whetstones are sold in the markets of Tulliola. Ancestral alloy ingots, spools of ascendant twines, and bottles of majestic polish can be crafted via the crafting log, relevant master recipe 12. Alright, so we have ancestral alloy ingots, which will need something stupid. Spools of ascendant twine. And bottles of majestic polish. Alright. Details are in here. And we have a good enough set of tools to do it. Alright. So that is what we're after. Yep. Alright, so let's have a look here. Now, if I was going to say smithing, that's probably where we'll find our first element. Bring aqueduct. Up, there it is. Please add this one to my favorites list. Dense aluminum ore, rose garnet, harmonite ore, and fine silver ore. Alright. Armorcraft will probably have it as well. Yep. So the recipe's the same. Oh, it's in goldsmithing as well. Ascendant twine. I suspect this is in cloth making as well. There it is. Mark that. Alchemy, on the other hand, will have polish. Double cooking. Canuba, Nopali flour, and Wind's Path water. Alright. Also, let's just remove these. Remove from favorites. Remove from favorites. Remove. And remove. Alright. So. Raw materials list. Ruby. Living memory. Okay, so we're off to living memory. It's a hidden item by the look of it. Alright, what's the next item on our list? Oh, it's going to be all over the place, isn't it? Coop. Level 100. Acquired perception 5090. Our perception is unknown. Have a look. Oh. What? Our current perception is 488. So this needs 5090. All right. Double check the this 5090. Cool. Baloney. That one we can get. 448. $44.80. Mm-hmm. All right. You kick the others out. I wouldn't doubt it. That's also limited. 5090. Okay. Doing living memory. That's more Canubali. Apache. Log. Close them out with a 4480. $44 up Apache. Living memory with that. 3 are in living memory, 2 here, 1 Shaloni. All right. Okay, dense aluminum ore. Heritage found. And it is 5090. 5090. Okay. Rose garnet ore. Jalone. Armonite ore. Living memory. 4 items are in living memory. Fine silver ore. There's another one in Shalom. All right, so 590 then. You only have one. Okay. So let's ask the next question on the list. Of gathering, let's whoops, put this one in here. Yep. Cool. Nope. I was using most of my stuff for this. Cool. So, what's the next piece on the go? Somebody's tongue's on fire. I need to go visit the auction house. I wouldn't say it would be that hard. Get my perception up high enough. No, it wouldn't. What are they pricing them for, I should ask? Materia. That's gathering. $1,000 apiece. Okay. You probably at 36 a go. How much room do I have? I can get another 36. Probably one on there. Only one on there. 2, 3. Probably 2 there. So that's easily another. So 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 360 type thing, easy. That would mean hunting for 11 of them. So if I bought them this way, 2 and 2, 4. Say 4,000. These 2 for 6. That's 10. And those 1. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that payment. And bought the wrong ones. That's okay. It's okay. That's okay. Goofball mistakes are goofball mistakes. Someone's probably watched this and went, ha ha ha, dingus. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Best to get them quick and early. Best to get them quick and early if I'm going to do it that way, because I can get 1 perception on here. Brings me to 60, but I'm not going to be able to get the other one on. It's a waste, so a little more gathering. Same thing here. Oh, I see what you're up to. That gives me enough right there. Right. I'm going to put gathering on both or all of them. And then go. No. Oops, that's not what I want. I want this. And then go minor. Meld. Piece the gathering on the tool. And on here. What I can do now is shove the remainder of these in. I don't mind if this is too hot. I can always reverse it and put the others in. Alright. Take here because it's been modified. This, take here because it's been modified. You don't have a melding spot, unfortunate as it is. Alright. Where are we off to? Well, gotta do the gathering side first. Gotta do the gathering side first. What the hell is this nonsense? No, this. That's better. Oh, I see what I hit. Oopsie. Goofy. Covered up the chat and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Right, so all materials list. In your bag. And stored. Yeah. Alright, so I forget which is where. You did, didn't you? I did. Unspoiled 95. Cool. By having very high gathering or perception means you should be able to find all the other stuff. Pretty close. I don't think I'm that far from this one. Nope, shouldn't be. Is that going to be it? Who knows? I doubt it. No, it's only rarefied amp. Abandoned node. Please. Alright. $95 mineral deposit to the south. Pretty sure it was only the plants here? Might be. That's okay. That's why we have them. Oh, true. Carriage, this, raw, this, that. Right, max GP over 820. Yep. Integrity, depth. Alright. Nope. Optimist. $95 mature tree. You should do a hidden thing. I actually should have done a hidden thing. Reveal all the hidden stuff? Pretty much. Well, here's the full factor and fun factor. Let's get that, and don't see anything there. No hidden items at this gathering. Okay. It's 95. That's closest, that's highest. Okay. Nothing there. All right. Let's go. It's fun. It is in Kozamuka. It's a level 100 plant. Arbor Caller says that. We have enough perceptionables to find it. Fruit. Not quite enough gathering, but that's okay. $95 mineral deposit. We want a plant, though. Nearest bush down in the center. Lush vegetation patch. Was it still going to say tree over there? It should still say tree over there. Nope. It's all 95. Verified this. Nothing here. You are a pain to find. Here somewhere. Like, well, living memory's got 4. Living memory does have 4. Legendary mountain tree. Locked. Alright. we'll check that because that's timeless. And that one, not so much. Log. All right. Anything else hidden? No. Got all four of them out anyway. Absolutely. We need it for our twine. Right. Twine. Only at the Master Legendaries. We gotta get the Orisian clock out then, don't we? Entirely possible. Yep, nope, we're gonna have to do that. Hit the Eorzean clock, the Eorzean clock. Ugh. Hate. Hate it, hate it. Fortunately, the gathering crew were pretty good on it all here. On trail, please. Thank you. Unspoiled. Folklore. All right. The Shaloni then. Right now. Shaloni. This one springs? Yes. No. Ashwal Ely. Oh, you got a race. I got a race. Yes. This will be faster. And I got like 1 hour of mine. Cordia log and Cordia sap. I don't think they're on the list. Feel bad. Feels like they're about here. It's like, no! Just keep going. It's gonna be like right here. Yep. No, it's here. Hello, Starbird. Give me... first of all, throw us out of bag. Put those over here. You can have that. Those go there. All right. Mystic Polish. None of that's there. Epilogue. Nothing's there. Alchemy. Not there. I don't need Fulgite or Desert Lapis ore, but the other two are here. Right, the Napoli flower is by the springs as a botanist. This way. Oh, there's the flower. This is why I save up my money, you know. And you have to do this or redonkulous. I don't need high quality versions of the stuff. No. So I don't have to go crazy on the manufacturer of it. I will make as much as I get material for it. That's what I'm after, and I want to harvest. And I gotta zip off to others. Right, and I want the arrow node. It is mining, so I'll get over there and then switch over to that. Some people just run those whole lines. Exactly. That's all they do. Yep. They'll just race the clock for it. Sounds terrible. Eh, they make money enough. Should have drunk a potion, though. You should have. Cordial? That's what this stuff's for. Oh. Now, the next thing should be available. So, yeah, so we've got the Wind's Path Water. We've got Napoli Flower. Next pickup is Black Seed Cotton Ball, which is in the Pyro section. When this gets to 4. Oh, damn. Yep. So we need to head over here. I said, gotta get the clock out. Gotta get the clock, gotta get the clock. They're not new things, no. It's not like they've added new resources. That would suck. That'd be absolute banana slug amount of suck. But it is botany. It is botany. Best to do the crazy. Whereabouts up here? That's a good question. If I was going to hazard a guess, I would probably say it's in this area over here because it's so far away from the actual node, which is around here, or it's down here. So I'm just going to park here, and we're just going to wait. Wait for the 30? Yep, well, someone's having a big old fight down there. Oh, like, correction, they finished a flight down. Will it be good? That might be good. How many bottles do you need to make it, though? That's a question. I think there's only one thing in each of these. Yeah, it's just the polish. And I only need 2 bottles. So you've got more than enough. I know. Quality this, so you can make some high quality polish. Don't need high quality polish, it's just regular polish. Like, well, if it's just regular polish, then yeah, we don't have to blow a foo-foo over it type thing. A hell of a thing, though. Yep, give me a second. Timer comes back up. Timers come back up. I gotta put this, actually. Maybe I did this. And that. Cool. That way I can keep an eye on stuff while I'm watching the timers. Ah! This way. The terrible thing. Oh. It's too far away. Plenty of power? Absolutely. I only need this one. So I am going to go West Harvest. I'll snag one of those. Just because it's something I don't have. Okay, we have this. If I want the this, I gotta go. Okay, Hanu. Report. Okay, Hanu. It's a botany day. Run. There's a botany. It is. Cool. And drink that for that. Cool. All right, now what's the next one we needed? We didn't need the pigment. We've been heritage found. Alexandria. No. So is it the flax? Oh yeah, it's the flax I need for botany. That, which means head to Urapacha. Now I can save coin right now if I just get up and start going there. I think. Yeah, running on time. Yaktural. Warlords Echo. All right, so here we sit, here we say, hmm. So we've got the Canoe leaf, black seed cotton, Canoe leaf. That was just for sakes. That was just for sakes. That was just for sakes. You didn't even started on the weekly stuff. No, I haven't. Right? It'll basically be, from timers now, it'll be basically third walk, any additional walks for coins, right back into the north thing. But I want to get this first part done, because in case he's like, oh yes, by the way, we also need you to go get some more ether in there. So taking your time and then spending hours in the north, only for it to, you know, not go. It's going to trigger at 6, so it's the Ura patch of flax, so we need the monk set. Or sorry, botanist set. Being this region, you know, draw your 2 circles, which one's there faster. Here we go. And where's the alert? There it is. There it is right there. Legendary Lush. This is what you save your money for. This is what you save your money for. So if you make all these manufactured elements, yep. It's going to be through the cave, isn't it? Yeah, pretty much. Delaware Passage. Right? I'm not a standard gatherer. If you're doing the rotations, one like the mining or this, or back and forth, you can pretty much guarantee some people would have had enough of this already. Yeah. Some people would have had big stacks of this stuff on the market already. And anyone who's not racing their relic weapon is being silly. Living memory with the arrow. Is there a better way around it? Maybe yes, maybe no. Or we're looking for. So with 4 of these unique items here, you'd probably find that they would be just grinding them maybe here. They never leave this and just grind the ores here. Or they might do what I'm doing right now and zip between everything. Alexandrian ore, Harmonite ore. Perfect. Alright, we'll get one of these. That way we have it. Alright. Now it's a Harmonite ore that needs to go over the page. As I do. And this needs to send this over. But yeah, Alexandrian ore can go here. Okay. Burping log, which is what we're looking for, which is botany. We don't have to change where we are. Just have to change set. Then probably after the other things. Each one lasts for, you know, it's active in 1 hour. Oh, speaking of which, should... There you go. Glad you can use that while you're driving. It is round here, so we'll have to see where this Philippine log is. I don't need the rhodocorsite or the... I do need the Tumali alaman. You don't need the rhodocorsite? I think I need that. I still have these for craftsmen. I can still punch up my gathering by 151. Oh, so with items you can stack it higher. You don't need to basically super materia everything. It's usually recommended to punch it as much as high as you can. But we don't need the conical pigment for this. I didn't see that in the materials. New. Oh, I have. I need the alaman, and I need the log, which is here next. Yep. And fine silver and the dense aluminum. So the log's next, and then the dense aluminum, fine silver is that, and then it... If I wanted more of a material, I could go fetch. Because then it starts to do it again. Okay. The only ones I'm missing, technically, I could come back through here and finish up the stuff I'm missing. Which would be good. It'd be good? It'd be good. So, 2 more transports, and we'll have all the material. Hooray! Then we can do that, hand that stuff over to him. He can then basically figure out, oh wait, this is not enough, I need something else. The whetstone I have to purchase. And the whetstone's probably going to cost me bi-colored jewels. You bet? I would be hard-pressed to... I'd be hard-pressed to figure that one. Oh, the log's up. There it goes. Log's up. Then I'm off to Warlow's Echo again. More people showing up. What are they doing? They're blowing this one here to help increase the number they get. You're not. I'm not out to gather stupid amounts of it type thing. Enough to get what I need. And then I need miner. Travel, teleport, Warlow's Echo again. It's over there. Some of them just do botany. Some of them just do botany elements. Some do just this. Whatever they think earns them the most coin. You have all the high-end stuff. You can send your... If your people are properly equipped, then yes, you can send your retainer, if they're trained in it, after it. Alright, the next 2 are mining, and I need to be in either Heritage Found or Shalone. And I'd probably go to Shalone because I can zip over to Heritage Found from Shalone. And they want me to zip over to Shalone, Hirawasha. So it's like costs you $1,000 a pop. It has. So if I put down each of these stacks as 1,000, we will be able to double check their prices on the marketplace and see what we have here. An unspoiled. I haven't got that one, so I'll race over and actually mine it while we're waiting. We got an hour in game time to do it. Truth, you don't think in truth there would be no guild costs for using. Oh, I'd have a hard time trying to figure out how there would be a guild cost to using aetherites. There'd probably be something more like a stamina, or yeah, there'd probably be more like a stamina cost to using them. Right? And so you wouldn't want to try to send like troops through an aetherite for a super long distance to attack a city, for instance. You'd want to bring them in, barrack them nearby, and then use it to penetrate a city. They're both that. All right. Cool. Needed. It was needed. So we got the Turali out of the way. Hurrah. So we did our tour. We've done another tour. But the relic weapon comes first because they're all a grind. Ain't that true? With them all being a grind, it's worth getting the preliminary elements out of the road as quickly as absolutable possible. Because you don't want to, you don't want us basically hammering your heads into the wall. So I'll make one of each, and then I'll just proceed to basically duplicate, triplicate, whatever. Yeah. Will you use up all the material? Yeah. Some of it's are 2s, and some of it's are 3s, and some of it's more than those. Should be able to get 2 of each things out of it, though. And like I said, this is what the money's for, right? You could either use the money just to outright buy the materials, which would be nice, but I have a stinking suspicion that this stuff's about to basically go through the roof for costs. Minimum of 1,000 gil a piece would mean gathering all of this has been worth it. And the 10,000, in my case, that I dropped would easily be paid for by selling this stuff. Like, okay, that makes sense. Doesn't it, though? What we're doing when we're going after dark iron and everything else. I found it. Now, I know technically I can zip there directly, but no strike. Closer over here. I've only got worth. Very worth. I know it's sort of a dipped thing for the first day, isn't it? Like a new patch out of wee race. Wee. All right. Here it is. %29 chance to catch that. All right. There we go. Actually works out quite nicely, the amount of materials we need. There they are. All right. So we got it all. We have it all. Excellent. Okay, I can get rid of my timer's point and just put that back to there. Put it back in this thing so I can see his chat. All right. Now, travel, teleport, Julio. We got one last thing we got to check. And that's for what a month this stone's going to cost. Bayside Bevy. I don't need you any further. Area Melder, this. Goplu. You sell Monarch Stones. 50,000. Sorry. That. Yeah. 500,000. Like, oh, heart. Pain. Oh, you'd think that's bad. We're gonna have some fun. Where is my summoning belt? Over here. Alright. Right. Now we're gonna have some fun whipping this stuff up, but I want to check something first. Dana. Alright. We want to basically sell some items. Let's see. Current prices. Nope, would have been cheaper to buy a stack. Starting up there. Right, 69,000. So I would have made my money back anyway. Okay, that's one of the low ones. That's going to go up in price, you watch. A polyflower, 1,000 a piece. Money's made. If I made my money. 300. Okay, that was one of those low-end ones, easy to mine. This one, 1,000 a piece. Again, money made. 2,000 a piece, money made. Flax was one of the lower ones, so yeah, nope, would have been an easy one. These prices are going to go up through the roof. They are going to go up through the roof. If you see these right now, you might want to buy a big old stack pile of it. Right, they're now relic materials. Some people won't have done their relic point. Some people will just be starting their relic point. And there that is. All right. Next thing, let's just throw this here. Compare prices. Someone's selling. Yeah, there it is. We're selling them for 600,000. They're 500,000. I told you someone would do it. Leroy Jake. So good job, Leroy. Now, of course, that also tells me one other piece of funny. Someone's already taken Leroy Jenkins as a thing. Insufficient craftsman rating. All right, control required. Ooh. I don't have any materia in here, do I? Oh, I have some craftsmanship. Some craftsmanship. All right. I need 200 control. Okay. And craftsmanship. Like, okay. You came prepared. I try to be. This is going to be fun. All right, let's keep going down the list then. Meld. Craftsmanship. Meld. $555 and craftsmanship. This, I need one more. Oh, I can't put it there. Okay, this is control. Both of them. Both of them. Okay, I need control anyway. There we go. This, and we have enough to craft it. We do. So we have 5635, we have 5620. Perfect. The rest can all be as much control as I can shove in. Start with this one. I want to keep it to the armor as much as possible. How am I doing? $538. Okay. I'm gonna need 2, 4, 6 more controls. Yeah. 6 more controls. Pull it off. You're like, oh, but you're short. Only just short. And I'm not that short. Max 215 I can add by scomping down some jerky. Oh, clever. But I need blue in here. I don't need craftsmanship. I need cunning. I need cunning. Need command. 8. 8 will be fine. Cost me more to buy the other 2. Okay, so I have blacksmith, and I set up for weaver. Roll. Good set, Culinarian. How many more do I have left? 5. I've got Weaver. Because I put 2 on Culinarian and 2 on Armorer, I'll be better off. Really? Yep. Why? And Armor Smith. Armorer. Wait. Why do those ones have this? Because they do. My 3 soul crystals are Armorer, Weaver, Culinarian. But I gotta update everyone's stuff. Inject stick polish. How close am I? 580. So let's have a salmon jerky. Now we can. Well, all we're looking for is progress, as far as I know. Hit muscle memory. Hit waste not, want not. Right, forward by 30. Sufficient quality. You have to do the high quality thing. Yes. Oh, we are in deep shit. This is why we did these. Alright. What are we up to here? What's our quality calculation sitting at? A stupid number of it still. Alright. Quality, please. Dun 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 dun. Available when it says increase quality at no durability costs. It's only 100 and it is lower, but it's a huge CP cost. Okay, so we're at 26. And we've just hit that. Okay, we have to observe anyway. $25, and all we have is basically innovation for return. 4. Use up some delineations. Oh. Here's where we have the fun. This one, this. So groundwork will do that. This will do it. That's a pain in the ass. So what's the polish actually worth? Okay. I will have a good old time with it. That's 85. Like, buy it. I want it done for the evening. I'll make up some other stuff for the rest of the guild, is what I will do. Okay. You will? I will. Right. So I want this stuff. Not my unusual thing of doing things. Prepare my pan by cooking with it. Right, I'll make up some stuff. Absolutely, absolutely. Like I said, it's about to be a price war for the raw materials that feed it. So, what'll most likely happen is there'll be a big old stack of goodies. All right. Now, some of that will be easy fix. Some of that will be a case of no, off. Okay, doing quests. Yeah, we won't do, like, when we got quests, we'll do quests. I'm not about to stop quests for this. You have them all? Yeah, I do. It's a pretty penny. quick go snifter of rum to help me concentrate. Don't want to mess this up. Peak withdrawals. All right, here comes the cutscene moment. Snifter. Sounds a little heavier than that. Wonders of a drop of rum will do. Me mind's clear and me hands are steady. Usually a drunkard, so here goes. Plans for today: razor sharp and overflowing with ether. Blade honed to perfection, we can get on working dispelling those magics. Cool. So do we buy some ore now from him, or deep in thought? $1,000 back. Yay! Mention that dispelling. How are we supposed to go about improving them? Concept: take your speller, some form of imbued blade with it. Knife is perfectly honed, will absorb very few dispellers' mind. Trouble is, your average glamour dispeller ain't fit for the task. We'll need a much stronger catalyst. There it is. Blue eyes, phantom dispellers. They ought to meet your extracting requirements. Never heard of such catalysts. How might they be attained? Used with ether, intense battle, to be specific. There we go. Truth, these phantoms may manifest unseen at many a battlefield you fought on. Thanks to your tenure on this isle, however, they'll henceforth be detectable. This is in the bit that I was worried about. Multi-layer of your weapons and down. My advice is to collect several varieties. Selection of alpha, beta, and gamma should suffice. You know those? Yeah. Loath to burden you, but I fear your talents make you a prime candidate for this endeavor. Don't we know it? Yes, we'll do it. Of course we're gonna do it. It's better up this. That's the spirit. Reckon 100 of those to spare a piece would be plenty. Really do mean it this time. Won't have you scurrying out there for extra spellers once you're back. Yeah, I figured as much. Yeah, we knew it'd be in port. Alright. Either of the forked roulette or baits or other things. Cool. 100 of each types of phantom dispeller. And now to get into the north, we need to start the actual other quest. Ah, good to see you. Well, I need into the north. Strange that. Don't blame a fellow for feeling concerned. Morals high, despite us being trapped here. Got good news. We finally cleared a route to the north. Of course you have. Excellent. I can get on gathering 200-300 things. Eesh. Don't mind doing some scrambling across sheer cliffs, battling upstream through raging rapids, and wending north through gloomy caves until we finally this. Set up camp among the ruins, and set to work establishing a path back here. Sweet. Any road? How about we head straight to the North Horn? You back in the fold, we can get straight to work. Good, I'll let Archive know. We'll be waiting over yonder by Jeff Roy. Jeff, wait! That's why you went and did all that nonsense first? Uh-huh. That's why we did all that nonsense first, because if we did all this and then had to go find out what he wanted, we'd be like, Northern Base Camp up and running. Proceed at a moment's notice. The usual precautions apply. Better off sticking together en route. Not journeying north to emerging from the sarcophagus. I wonder what curiosities await. I shall join you. Hello, fairy. Is it Lily? Oh, change of heart. Perhaps new orders to help us? Nothing to say. I will simply be observing your companion. But I suppose you'd be keeping on us the whole time. Don't see any harm in tagging along. Well, whoever's been watching us has already been watching us so long. Right, ready to depart, just say the word. Word. And then, of course, there will be a number. Yep, there it is. New Phantom jobs will be available in Northhorn. Northhorn. So you got to hit a third walk. Could hit a third walk, but not today, of course. Occult Crescent, Northhorn. All right, we have, looks like a... Oh, boy. Amphador. Aki. More of what we've got before, pretty much. New zones. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shards. Tiny Terror underway. Whole new sets of fights to learn. Yeah, I know. Phantoms to fill it. Much to discuss with you. Twofold. Cover the truth of the occult present. Make sure the crew makes it home in one piece. Now, I reckon Architect's key to giving both. Given that he's probably holed up in the Tower of Magic, finding a way in should be our first order of business. Our scouts, fiends, this part of island, a damn sight tougher than the beasties you encounter. You find yourself struggling, head back to the south for a lot of training. I mentioned the surveyors have turned up some interesting new trinkets. Tweak the crew if it fancies your tickle. It does. Don't forget to attune to this while you're here. There's not. I wish I have a quick word. Let me know once you've completed your preparations. What we're doing here. Hoping we discuss the soul shards. As you know, these the martial records conceived by the 12 city-states of Eld. No called. Are they only function upon the isle? Is my hypothesis correct? Well, yeah, they didn't seem to work off the island or out of this area, for instance. Part of me had wondered whether you particularly might be able to wield the shard's power beyond the ward. Evidently not. In truth, I've been pondering the reason you were summoned here in the first place. If the voice you heard on belongs to the island's architect, then seeking him out would provide the answers up front too. Or its time has come to venture forth once more. Right. Now, apparently we have a new... The way into the fork is by way of the ethereal node that appears during those aurora images. When a similar node appears this island, we ought to look for the house structuring it. Behind its correct could be a confluence connected to the tower. Keep your eyes peeled. This, keep in touch if you find anything. Alright, Expedition Supplier. Purchase items. You have Occult Potions. I have 7 left. Elixirs, Coffer, Antidote, Echo Drops, Smelling Solstice, Gold Needle, Phoenix Down, 8 to 9 matters. Nice. And your repair gear. Okay, and we are Phantom Mastery 15. Alright. Expedition Trader. Any spare soul shards? No, don't have anything to trade. Alright, so Silver Obol is the new this. So these are the new items. Mask of Fending. Okay, do this. am going to quickly grab casting, and I want an item comparison. Okay, so first up, it is much higher defense and much higher this. Yep, and it is a special +1. Also, much higher vitality, intelligence, this. So we're out to buy another set of armor. Woohoo! Alright, okay, so that's nice to know. So, let's have a look at it here. Mask of Fending. Forklift of Fending. Oh boy, that's going to be a wide scene one moment. Van braces of this. Yep. Autumns of Fending. Solarits of Fending. Yes, I expect that will be well glamored into this. Mask of Maiming. It's just a different color. It's metallic purple. Okay, so we'll just assume the rest of that. Cool. Striking. Ribbon. Striking. We are really pulling out the old things here. Yes, we are. Monks sort of had a more mystic look to them from the things. Yeah. Scouting. Okay, you're just a redo for scouting. Same with aiming. Same with aiming. Alright. Casting. And healing. Alright. Casting. Nightcap. Casting. Boy. Wrist wraps. Pants. That's the new casting look. Yeah. And as we already said, we already compared it. So we want this. I don't know which one of these I'm going to be wanting around with. Like, you're very much the Geomancer. It is. Okay. Cool. Expedition armor. Gear exchange 1-2. Phantom vision gear augmentation. We get 1. It's this plus 3 of the final fixatives. Augmentation 2. We need 4 of the final fixatives. Augmentation 3. We need 8 of the final fixatives. Oh. Okay, we can trade our casting stuff for that. And if we had +2 gear, we could trade for that. Okay, that works, that works. So let's do that. Right. Means, of course, now when we go down to Summoner Occult, we have nothing on. Ah. Damn it, come over here. Dun, 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 dun. So if we'd gotten the +2 stuff, which was basically hunting the gold bits, it was that. Yeah, I know, it's going to tell me this, because this stuff's the 90. Bygone brass. Bygone brass. Bygone brass. Those stay. Guard 5 pieces equipped. Cool. That's actually worked out really well. Yeah, but I can't use a glamour plate here. Can't do. And so we're just gonna head out. Use a glamour plate. Mm-hmm. Actually, let's apply this glamour. What do we think? Why not? And we go display headgear. This. We can do that. Yeah. Do this as well. Yep. That's for that. We do sky piratey. What do you think? Dashing. I think we'll go with that. I can't. It's because, oh, you got that quest over here. I know I got that quest. So I'll have a quick look around. The North Horn. Now, I did not see a. Who else is sales here? Okay, so you have my upgrades. Yep. What else do you have? Silver change other. Cool tunics. This. Alright. Oh, geez. It's a full battle tunic. Yep. Basically dye it all green. There's going to be a lot of link. Going to be a lot of links running around. And for gold, we have don't know the reference. I have a funny feeling should know the reference because I have a funny feeling it's to do with previous Final Fantasy characters. Okay, so gold is basically just for looks. Silver's just for looks. Accessories, others. Here we go. All right. So we have ninja. Let's make a list. So we have ninja, black mage, white mage, red mage, and the riding map. Okay, riding map. That. Potions, this. Okay, it's 1,200 for the fixative. And that's how we get our stuff upgraded. Cool. So silver's more than enough to do it now. I think the biggest problem was you needed silver to do the other one. So let's go to other. Others. Okay, that is others. Level 780, nothing. Okay. Cool. And gold. Thing, those, this. Okay, Dragoon, Summoner. Blue, yellow, red crystals. Those are housing items. Potions. This fixative. Final fixative. Right. And then materia. All right. And so your augmentation is tier 1 with final fixative is the gold. Okay. Using final fixative. And then this is using final fixative. So this is, it's the gold one that's used to power it up. Cool. Not the silver? Double check the silver. Oh no, it is final fixative as well. All right. So we have 6 more souls to sort of get and power up. Cool. I saw blue mage. That must be a draw. You're just looking for this. Cool. Worry about the base security while we're out. Learn about this, phantom jobs, all the rest of it. Draw. Hold on to 9.99 silvers, 9 this. Knowledge stones. We come here, we should still have an inquiring mind. Give us our fortitude, our quicker step, our Romeo ballad, and that. This gives us bonus damage and healing. And there is 3 silver and 20 bronze in the area. Not see the tower under normal conditions. Right. Well, oh geez, what a ride. All right. Our knowledge level's 20, so basically we can expect to be chased around everywhere. Oops, treasure coffer. Magic prism bomb head. Yay! He's starting on this thing. Okay, we can't participate. It's already on the way. Ooh. Summon. He's got a book for a head. Okay. Oh. Flare, seeking target, level 5. Death. Level 4 holy. What are you casting? Match your level appropriately. Okay, so these are going to expand, so I guess it's like waves. Move forward. Yep. Oh, I should. Phantom kick, phantom pledge. I can res on my own anyway. Okay, we'll just step out of the road for that. I thought there was a class that had raise. Put them over here for a moment. Revive. 5. Okay, that's a cost sub. No. Everyone's just gotta use, you know, bring a res or don't care. Expect some people who have been at this early. Some people would have been early. Their item because we have here. Right, so the rings and pieces are still here. Unbound ink. Going to be a learning exercise. Ooh, the AoE is rough. Uh-oh, that's a stack tower 3. And crisscross. 3 on each towers. Ooh. Damn, he's got some patterns. We're gonna be dead a lot. There'll be a lot of people popping Phoenix Downs. Oh yeah. We got 126, we're good. We also will be playing this as Summoner, so naturally we'll have a res. Level 5 death, level 4 this. Prime death. If your number's prime, mine's 20, so I'd have to be on prime death. Oh, okay. Because if I was on 4, you can divide 20 by 4, and you can divide 20 by 5. Damn. Oh, that's how that works. That's how that works. Level, whatever. Deaths, level 3, you know, bomb, whatever. Always divide the enemy's level by whatever. That's what made them hard to use. Most of the time they would work against the boss. Okay, the vulnerability stacks look like they're permanent, as they always are here. If you get them, they're just going to keep getting bigger until you have a quick time now. Woo! Knowledge level correction. Modern aesthetics, fun and the beautiful. The hair bun. Blair, I can sit here. Cover, then come across, then he's gonna go the other way. Found ink out from the middle. Definitely gonna be. Yeah, everyone's up. Oh, I only came along, only stayed in case everyone got whipped. Most people survived, so I don't care. Bibliophile. Needs a building out here. Could be a certain area where they don't pursue you. you think it's going to be? As long as I don't get too close to anyone, I should be able to get around the place a bit. It's on the island called Level 30s. Cool. Pretty much instant death if you're caught. May have to do this. Oh, there's the building. That's the quest I'm looking for anyway. Shouldn't be anything too close to this. It shouldn't. Flow of ether is barely perceptive. Wish to hear your finding. I found it. I believe this is the confluence we're looking. There's no mana flow to it. Oh, ether flow to it. Definitely a cod fluids. Not unlike the other one. They're identical as saddle horns, so I'm safe to say with your would be right here. Yeah. That was not quite right. Pavilion's completely inert right now. Did require the weather to be a certain way, though. No point pondering. Let's get out of here and head back to camp. See if we can chip away at the seal some more. There goes another one. Right. If we can snip by here. There's an ether stone. At that and zip back. Yep, North Basin. Oh, and there's an underground section too. Of course there is. Okay, that's 2. We only got 3 left. I'm up for basically just going for it. Absolutely. Let's go be dumb. You don't lose knowledge as long as you're resid. Okay, we don't have to go in there. We're going to zip along the beach. I like it. Six. Yeah, they're definitely higher, much higher than I am. Got to learn every one of these? Yeah, we do. Alright, you don't care about me. That's fine. I don't care about you. These guys, as long as they don't see you, fine. You're fun. And that'll be that for the evening then, if I can get the last of these parts locked. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I still have probably some actual other places to actually go in and find all the bits for. If I get the Aetherytes, then I'm in a good position. Yep. Worry about fighting about the others, because that'll be running to those. Okay, this is 26, so looks like the north side. Oops, there's a chest. Ooh, 10 silver. Don't know if that's a good amount of silver or not, but it's free silver, and I can't complain loudly about getting free money. There's that over there, so we want to see about 39. Of course you are nice and 40 is the top level, so I suspect we'll see some guys level 48 here. Probably not. Oh, there's a survey point there. This first. Yes, yes, thank you. Like, you're now gonna have to sit here for this for a moment. It's like, no! No, 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 no. I don't want to sit into anything for a bit. I wanna go. Pretty much easy enough to snark around the back of them. A little bit. Atmospheric phantasms. Definitely daylight. Which is good. The undead kind of things won't follow. Ew. And that's underway, and that is a pot. Okay, so pots are on our half-hour marker. Right. People, so there'll be pot timers again. Yep, pot timers, People will be running for the pots. Yeah. Okay, so I have not patterned to their Good job. The symbol over his head just means he's achainable to get gold. You're not going to do a full exploration? Don't have to do a full exploration. So tomorrow, our first priority is a third walk. Open strange books. Well, what's that green thing? You say reach over, push buttons. Like, no, stop pushing buttons while you're driving. Especially this place. Right. Am I going sideways up this thing? I am. Oh. Okay, it looks like there's north and south pots like before, so... And attune myself to this. Being a goofball. Alright, so that gives me all my spots. Cool. And completes this part. And it tells me you found a confluence by the pavilion. Should we share more details? Well, it doesn't look like it's active at the moment. Looks like it's got a lot of problems with it with the ether flow. No, I believe the confluence does indeed connect to the Tower of Magic. Oh, he remembered something. There goes a familiar station of a seal eroding. Oh, we can't use the ethereal node? Several touch upon the fort towers themselves. Alright. 1,500 years ago, the island's architects saw a calamitous disaster and thus saw facet of all civilization here on the occult crescent. Very knowledge that impaled the world in a single location, prevent its misuse would be essential. Hence the ward and all the storms in the shade triangle. Precisely, and it's the fort towers that form the backbone of this approach. Blood is to project deadly storms, is to maintain the impenetrable ward. Both undertakes require highly advanced techniques near constant monitoring, which is why the towers are manned. I believe the architect itself resides in the Tower of Magic. If both towers are conduit for all that magic, then humble abodes for overseers. Yeah, they do have an extreme for the south now. South Island Tower? A lot of bother just keep one tiny hidden from prying eyes. Not just that. Tiny island packed with potentially world-ending knowledge. Do you feel the same way? Either way, the Tower of Magic is a focal point for the ward, and all the Isles of Ethereum converge upon it. Confluence is discovered indeed is so great that it must assume all's not well with the island's ether. Thus begins our investigation. 8,000 knowledge. Hey, it's a pot. We're completing 160,000. Are in dismay. Come to think of it, landscape here is completely different than we saw down south. Feels warped, unnatural. Out of this, availing multiple confluence, that should give us a clear picture of what's happening on the ethereal level. In your excursion, you can share a seal's undoing each site. Timely demise, some fell theme, stealthily at a safe distance. I'll stay put too, whilst you concentrate your search on the ruins in the area, check for any anomalies. I think I shall join you too. Joined by scouts, Aether's dents in the ruins, best place for finding these, and rather adept at skulking through shadows since to be afflicted thus. Shan't even know I'm following you. Perfect. I'm going this way. As we reach the end, we have. Okay, there's one more thing I need to do. That is put back on my full summoner gear. And go to the armorer. Okay, so let's go to alright, so acting 1 We still have a big old ton of this. Much more of that. Cool. Action 2. Still a big old one, but we get special attribute 3. And let's go to casting 3. Acting 3, it's 780, but it's +4, plus 160. Technically, that's more intelligence while we're here, because that becomes 930, which is pretty good. 930, but at 8, it'd be 8 that plus 67 equals to 130. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it definitively is a bigger boost, but it's nowhere as powerful as this. The special attribute 4 is what the big old thing is. All right. So technically, if you've got end game gear, you've got pretty good stuff. Basically, go stomp on things, hit points wise, not in power wands. Cool. Cool. You still have plenty to do there. Still have plenty to do there. So you'll be headed back. So tomorrow, our primary goal is going to basically be hit. Right, will be to hit a 3rd walk, and then straight into the Occult North Occult. Yep. Trying to do some exploration, trying to sneak through to do those quests. So where we can sneak through and do the quest, we will. We'll also try to do some of the runs. It looks like the northern section is sort of the safer section to do. So, like, one on the tower. They're all XX numbers, meaning you don't know how powerful they are. Crap. But we'll have to do them anyway. Hooray. So that's the plan. That is the plan. And then after that, each week, it'll basically just be Occult North for until we hit the top end of it. All right. So that's the plan. Pretty much, right? Once we actually get enough of the alpha, beta, and gamma crystals, then we will go back to basically hitting the north to finish off all the crystals. We got 5 or 6 plus some probably in between drop ones that we'll need. Yep. So there's most likely 6. Let's assume there is at least another 3, so probably 9 more. Easy. Yeah, 9 more souls to sort of master out. So it'll be master all the souls, master all the stuff, power up your stuff to the highest level it can possibly be fixative to fixative. Yep. Try to find the other elements to basically finish off your rings. Ring. And then it'll basically be dailies and maybe something else here, there, and everywhere. That's the plan. That is the plan going forward. So I think we shall have to play it out. We will practice our crafting on that stuff, see if we can get some of that stuff built. If we can, we might just drop it here, there, or everywhere, or sell it, make back money. Could do. Is it going to be up or down? Don't know, but it'll be something to try, something to do. Goody goes? Goody goes for me. So we got to run, but don't worry, we'll have some more fun tomorrow evening at 7:30 Mountain Standard, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. So if you want a 3rd walk and some more Occult North, hey, join me tomorrow evening. That'll be our Wednesday and our Thursday nights. Coming back Friday, we got more Starfield. We got Shattered Space, the DLC, which is basically hanging out with House of Varun. We could take actually Serpent as one of the background traits, so it's been a bit of fun, basically going, it shall be done by the Serpent's will, but I don't think I'll do that for another run. It's been a bit of fun. Gotta figure out which ones I'm willing or liking to play. Exactly. So, all that good? All that good, but we'll just carry on basically upgrading and blasting. I think we'll leave off the rolls for legendaries, because damn, that stuff's expensive. Fortunately, we have pretty much the ships we need. We just need to put some guns on some other ones. Still short coin, but I should have that back in no time, because of how much money I'm making to go. Absolutely. So, let me thank you if you tuned in tonight. If you catch this on the replays, hey, thank you. And if you're watching this on the YouTube upload, thank you very much. Now we have to run, so it's end of it. So I hope you have plenty of fun, and I hope you tune in tomorrow or tune in the next time.